Can introverts be great at sales? And, I think it's a great question. I think in the web design industry, there are lots of introverts. And if you are an introvert, I want to encourage you that you can be amazing at sales. I'm an introvert. Like, I love being by myself. That's what an introvert is. It's someone who gets their energy from being by themselves. An extrovert is kind of a person who gets their energy from being around people. Sometimes we think that people who are loud and very controlling in meetings and very forthright um, have the skills to be a great salesperson. But the reality is, those kind of characteristics can actually push people away in sales. And so, if you're not loud and you're not really dominant and you are a bit of an introvert, I can say to you that that can be a real strength. And there are some characteristics that introverts have, people who are quieter, that actually help in the sales process and make you a force to be reckoned with. But you have to know how to use that skill. And so, gone are the days where you have the loud, fast talking salesman who dominates the industry. I think people nowadays are looking for more than that. And if you are quieter, then you have some skills that can really help you. People who are a bit quieter tend to be great listeners. And if you are a great listener, then that is the number one skill you can have in sales, especially when you're selling websites. You need to be able to ask really good questions and then listen to the answer. And the key is to ask a question that if someone answers it, it will identify what their problem really is. And sometimes when you have a fast talker and someone that just talks and dominates, they don't listen to the client. And then when they go to sell, they're pushing on the client exactly their agenda, not what the client actually needs. And so the ability to ask great questions and then listen to the answers is something that is very powerful if you are a bit of an introvert. To be good at sales, I believe you need to follow a process or a script. And if you kind of freestyle it all the time and you do a bit of this and a bit of that, and if you're feeling up, you're really energetic, and if you're feeling down, you're a bit flat. If you're that kind of a person in the sales process, you're not going to have consistent results. And so the ability to follow a script, as boring as it might be for you, as long as it is engaging the client, you will have an amazing result. And maybe introverts, because they don't have the ability to control a room, be really dominant, lean on following a script, and that is powerful. Can I just say, I have held hundreds upon hundreds of sales meetings in boardrooms of corporate offices, one-on-one with a single business owner, and everything in between. And can I say, what I've noticed is that the ability not to dominate the conversation, but to sit underneath the conversation and support the conversation is the skill that has taken me into really doing extremely well in sales, even though I'm an introvert, even though I am not the loudest person in the room. And that's just okay. But I know my limitations, I know my strengths, and I have a script that I follow, and that script is powerful if I follow it. If I don't follow it and I withdraw back, or I try and move off the script, typically my sales goes down and my conversion rate will go down. So I want to say to you that if you are a loud person and you are someone who kind of dominates conversations, again, that's not a bad thing. But you've got to control your weakness and enhance your strength. So you're probably really good with people, so enhance that, but you can't dominate a sales conversation. Otherwise, people turn off. And so whether you're an introvert or you're an extrovert, it doesn't matter. What you've got to do is control your weakness and enhance your strength. And either way, whether you come from being more quiet or come from being more dominant in a conversation, if you can meet in the middle, there are pros and cons to both personality types. So I want to encourage you, if you have a web design business and you are finding sales a struggle, do not blame it on you. It is not you that is the problem, who you inherently are. The problem is the process you follow. And if you want to triple your prices, if you want to triple your conversions, then the way you do that is by following a script, asking great questions, listening to the answers, and then taking what you learn in that conversation in the first half and using it in the second half to help a client realize that they have a problem, that you have the solution, and then, show them what you've got that will help them solve it. And clients at that point don't actually have to be sold. What they do is they choose you because they can see that you solve a problem for them. So if you are struggling with sales and you need to get more sales in your web design business, or you've got a low conversion rate, or you're selling websites for a very low price and you want to increase that, I want to encourage you to book in a scale session with me. A scale session is basically a 15-minute chat where we'll identify 3 things in your business that you can change right now to grow your business in the next 90 days. It's not a sales call. I know that some of you, after that 15-minute chat, will say, Marlon, how can you help? And we'll book a second meeting for that, because that's not the time to discuss how I can help you. This 15-minute chat is for people who just want to know 3 things they can change. I want to encourage you to book it in. You can take what I tell you, you can run with it, you can do it yourself. That's fine. That's what it's there for. And if you want to learn more, we'll book another meeting. So under this video, click the button, fill in the form, book a time. I look forward to speaking to you soon.